everyone, Andre here along with Dad Dre. How are you doing, Dad?
Just fine.
Because as we leave 2023 and go into 2024, my dad has some thoughts about Fortnite. Now, in case you don't know, my dad is obsessed with Fortnite. Ever since I got him playing this game, about a year and a half ago, he plays, what, 6 hours a day sometimes? It's absurd. This man is addicted to this game. And anyways, he obviously he loves it, but he also has some thoughts about it, to the point he's been bugging me to make a video about his complaints about Fortnite. But before we get to those complaints, Dad, tell the audience about why do you like Fortnite? Like, what is it about this game that keeps you playing so many hours each day?
Okay, great. Good question. Well, first off, I'm retired, so it gives me something to do. And I would say of all the games I've played, this I find the most exciting of all of them.
Because of the thrill of trying to hang in there?
Well, the odds of winning this game is very difficult.
Right, 1 out of 100, literally.
Well, yeah, well, we know. If we do another vid in the future about strategy, I'll explain that part of it. But yeah, that's the beauty of this game. The odds of winning are very, very remote. And that I find it. Let's put it this way. If you hooked up a heart machine and my blood pressure, you would find it nearly exploding. That's how it's the adrenaline I love about the game.
It's not be an issue for you to talk to your doctor about. But.
yeah. Okay, no more Fortnite for you.
Okay, so clearly my dad loves Fortnite. He's played a ton of it. How many wins do you have this season already?
Up until my win rate, up until Chapter 4, Season 1, was 417 wins, or an average of 130, if you will, per season. 130 wins per season.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. So, and also, I was going crown crazy. I wanted, let's see, on my crowns, I got 11 on Chapter 3, Season 3. And then Season 4, 19, if you remember, we recorded that. And then Chapter 4, Season 1, I got 17. But I realized, okay, I've done okay on wins and crowns. But doing that strategy, everyone, it can be pretty boring. Because you're just sitting around while everyone else is having a great time.
If you heard of the, what's his name, Bush guy, there's this guy who plays Fortnite. Older, not as old as my dad, though, I don't think. And he plays as an alien, he hides in trees all the time, never shoots anyone. Which, he actually somehow wins doing this occasionally.
Right.
Yeah. But it's also kind of a very boring way of playing. Right. So you've been stepping up recently. You're getting a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, very much so.
But in the late game, you still kind of like you hide back, see what people are doing, and kind of go in for the final kill when there's one person left.
Well, not only that, I got my elimination rate up to where am I now? Elimination, something like 11,000 now.
Right. Okay.
So okay. So anyway, all the good aspects of Fortnite, which I love. It's great game. To win it is very difficult, which I really enjoy. There's nothing worse, guys, than playing a game that you know you're going to win a lot. Well, that's not fun.
Okay, so yeah, my dad, obviously big fan of Fortnite, loves it, plays it every day for hours, and yet this man has some complaints about it still. Right. So Epic, I hope you're listening, because his emails have gone unresponded to. So he's making me do this video so you can finally listen to my dad's complaints about Fortnite.
Who's going to listen to an old fart? That's one thing.
All right, Dad, lay him on us.
Okay,
maybe rapid fire.
Here we go, guys.
All right, he's got notes here.
Yeah, I got notes.
Yeah.
The thing is, let's start off with one thing, and this would be good even for new players. I think they should include what I call a game guide, which means like if you're in your lobby, a little game guide tag, you hit it, and it has a full list of all the information, such as the weapons that they have, what their specs are. I mean, you can find out, you got to pick up the weapon, and that's a little cumbersome. It gives all the specs of the weapons. It gives all the information about all the other little things they add, because for right now, all I do is get weapons, get health and shield, and that's it. Because I really don't know what the other items are about, so I don't even bother with them. So here's an example. When I started in chapter 3, Season 3, there was an icon. It was a white arrow pointing up on a building, and I called in my grandchildren who play this game, and they said, well, Granddad, we don't know what that symbol means. Well, it turns out it's the symbol for an upgrade station for your weapons. So I didn't know that. Hence, there's an example of what it could have been in the game guide, so I would have known what the heck is that about.
So basically, what you would want to see is like a introductory video that tells you all the new elements.
No, not even a video. Well, that's fine too, an introductory video.
Some kind of either video or like a break.
An extra text
Text guide,
Yeah,
okay.
little, pictures of your weapons and what have you.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. Now, next, complaint 2. All right, the storm circle, it's white. It's white, the inventory boxes are white, and your crosshairs for your weapons are very difficult to see. Why? It's white. I think a neat improvement with...
To clarify, you mean on the map, so it's hard to see these icons on the map.
Yes, correct,
okay,
on the map, and on your weapon, the crosshairs for your weapon for aiming.
Even when you're aiming in the snow, it's hard to see.
That, or for me, being an old dude, just 72 years old, it's hard for me to see it anyway. It almost like disappears. It would be neat if they would let the player set those colors. For example, like bright purple, bright red, bright green, whatever you want.
A lot of games are doing more colorblind accessibility options.
Well, I've tried it, and that doesn't
didn't
work.
help? Okay.
Nah, that work with things. That's out. So that way, my crosshairs would be visible to me when I'm aiming.
Right.
And I know there are a lot of players, I've read about this, there are quite a few players that don't need the crosshairs. They're so good, But, being an old guy like me, aiming is not exactly great for me.
All right.
Well, matter of fact, just to share with you, to help me, I use auto-fire weapons, such right now as the Frenzy and the Striker. I find those really excellent weapons, and that way when I'm shooting, I have the ammo guiding me along to the to the gamer, my opponent. So, okay, that would be a nice improvement.
All right, so complaint number 3 out of 500.
No, it's not that bad. Okay. And no over-the-top weapons. For example...
Is this a complaint?
Yeah, it's a complaint. Okay, in Chapter 3, I don't know if you remember this. This is one example of over-the-top weapons. Do you remember the gigantic hammer? And I know you love that weapon.
Yeah, the hammer's fun.
The hammer. Yeah, it was fun. Well, let me tell you something. It was also, for an old guy like me, a nasty weapon.
See, this is where you're going to lose everyone. Do people like the hammer? Do people like the rockets it can ride?
Yeah. Okay, wait a minute there. Before you go too nuts here, there were a lot of complaints, incidentally, buddy, that I got on.
They did ban the hammer. Yeah.
They didn't like the hammer. Matter of fact, Fortnite found errors, problems with the hammer. Anyway, evidently you could hammer your way through the island, so they got rid of it. So I wasn't the only one complaining.
Right.
Okay, all right, I wasn't alone on that one. Okay, so no weapons that are too nuts that a player can't even take out the guy who's even got the weapon.
This is where I will insert the no fun allowed Sonic meme, so you can see.
I still love the game. Okay, this is a key gripe of mine.
All right, complaint number 4.
No assists from bots. That's out.
So you specifically mean no hiring NPCs to be okay?
None, because I play zero build, solo zero build. Hey, listen, it means solo, not duo, not you bring in a buddy to go and help you out. That's 2 against 1. That to me is totally unfair. That's out.
Okay, so yeah, Dad wants only single players to take on. No teams apparently. No bots hired. So
not in solo. No, you're right.
Yep.
Okay, listen, my smarty pants. What if you're playing squad with your buddies and it was allowed that each squad member could bring in a bot? Now all of a sudden your squad is now 8.
I'll be like, well, I should go hire some bots of my own.
Okay. All right. Next complaint, guys.
Where are we in the list?
I think we're at the end.
Oh God, there's another half.
No. My next complaint, guys, it's the I think the specs on the weapon are excellent. It gives the player, you select the weapons based on specifications, what you want. For me, my favorites right now are the Frenzy and the Striker.
Yeah.
I have no problem there at all. That allows, the players their own personal choice of weapons they like. Some like SMGs, rifles, what have you. But for me, it's got to be auto shoot weapons.
Okay.
All right, now here's my key gripe right now, guys. It's the color scheme of the weapons. As you know, we have gray, green, blue, purple, and gold.
Yep.
Okay, now in Chapter 3, they did at least a very fair thing of scattering the color of weapons through the whole island.
Wait, was that not Chapter 4? Are we in now 5?
We're in Chapter 5. Oh, okay. Chapter 3, the availability of gold weapons, even though limited, it was very fair for a lot of players to have access to them. I mean, I remember where you'd see gold weapons on the ground being left by other players. And I thought that was very fair, because right now, if you have a gold weapon, you definitely have an incredible advantage. And I know this personally. In one occasion, I had 2 gold SMGs side by side, so I didn't have to do a reload. And I had 2 other opponents. We were in the top 10, so we were the last 3. And I figured these guys are pretty good. Well, I took both of them out with gold SMGs. Had I not had the gold, hey, I could have been eliminated.
Right.
Okay, so...
but now, I know I told you this, you could go out and go get those gold weapons.
Yeah, that's now. But you couldn't have done it in Chapter 4. Okay, running around. It was luck that you could get...
So do you want gold weapons gone, or do you want them more common?
No, I'd like to have the gold weapons in purple a little bit more common.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I don't think right now, everyone, that the playing field is even. I think it is too slanted to approximately 10% of the players. Okay, 10 or 20, and that started in Chapter 4, because I can tell you, I knew immediately something was wrong. I was not running across gold weapons. Purples were even tough to find, and even though I was able to get 17 crowns on that chapter, it was not easy. So,
but on the other hand, when you do get the gold weapon, whether by killing someone or finding it, then that gives you the benefit.
Well, that's right. I agree with you there, but I don't think it's fair that my opponents didn't have equal access to... I mean, if I got a gold weapon, it was a total fluke.
Yeah.
Man, lucky me. But I just think it'd be a lot more fairness to the game if a lot more players had access to, let's say, the gold and
better
purple
weapons. Okay.
Right. Instead of 10% or 20% of the players, that would be, let's say it's 80%, right?
Yeah.
So you're leaving the balance of these other players without gold, purple weapons. Okay, that 10 or 20% have an incredible advantage. All right, so that's my key gripe.
Okay, Dad wants more gold weapons. He wants it to be fair for everyone.
Fair, that's correct. Like Chapter... Okay, Fortnite, if you're listening to me, just take the formula of Chapter 3. You can just take that formula about the weapons, that you were very fair about it, put it in the chapter. We're in the 5 now.
Well,
yeah,
and they used to have it too, where you could go to like an upgrade station, upgrade your weapons manually too, if you have the cash for it.
That's the other thing now they've done away with, the upgrade stations.
Right.
I wish they would keep the upgrade station, but no. Now somehow you got to find some vault somewhere to upgrade. I think what a bunch of baloney. So I'm not happy with that either. And I'm sure there's. I find it hard to believe that there aren't other players out there, Fortnite players, that agree with me on this point.
Yeah, well, when you have against the biggest Fortnite, it's not hard to find people that would complain about something.
Well, that's a very good point, Andre. Okay, so now I need your help, guys. Okay, they're not going to listen to some old grandpa complain, right? Okay, so if you agree with me on some of my points, and, obviously you don't agree on all of them, that's fine, but if you agree on any one of them, you need to contact Fortnite. It's very easy. Go on Google. Fortnite contact. You go there, and I believe you can either just text them or you can do a live chat and put out, say, hey, it would be nice, I don't know, the color, setting your own color, the thing about the gold web, the bots, forget the bots,
That was all your complaints?
Yeah, I think they're, okay. One more complaint, everybody.
A bonus complaint.
Yeah. I think that Fortnite should do a better job on beta testing. Now, let me share this with you. Right now in career, when you put in your specs in the career, it doesn't remember that you are not ranked and you're set for a 0 build. It forgets those. Every time I go in, have to reset it every time. So it'd be nice if they would get that correct.
Because you're like reviewing your stats, seeing how you're doing against all the kids out there. All right.
Yeah, and so I can tell you guys, my grandkids are very good at this game. That's when I realized, like with my granddaughter, right? That's when I saw, YouTube playing, going, oh my God, there's just no way I'm going to make it in this game. Hence why I took on the Bushman
strategy,
strategy.
Which you were using before he became popular, I think.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I was using that. It worked well, but it got boring, and I remember sharing that with you. I said, Andre, heck with that, I'm going to throw caution to the wind, and I'm going to make this game far more exciting for me.
All right.
And so, anything you want to add?
No, I think you covered it, Dad. So yeah, those are my dad's complaints on Fortnite. So again, Epic, if you're listening, get to these changes because my dad won't stop bugging me about it. So please fix it so I don't have to make a second video about this.
Oh, and the other thing too, if you like this vid, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell. One other point too, guys, if please leave your comments in the comments section. If you like this vid, I will do another one on strategy. If you don't, that's okay. This will be my last vid.
All right, boys. There you heard from Fortnite Grandpa, my dad, and two others, their grandpa, whatever. Yeah, so please, again, Epic, listen, heed his words so I don't have to anymore. And everyone else, let us know in the comments, what do you think? Do you agree with my dad's complaints? Do you disagree? And do you have any complaints of your own or thoughts in general? Let us know.
Right.
All right, as my dad said, click the subscribe button, ring the bell. We'll catch you later. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.